So officially, I have lost over 50 pounds. Since 2023, during the summertime, we went to Sedona. I was about 260, somewhere between 269, 266 pounds when we went to Sedona and we hiked, which I'm so proud of myself because we hiked for miles and baby, I was on it. We hiked and I was about 266 then in 2023. And then I had to completely change my diet. I started to change my diet before. Um, I realized I had a gluten allergy, so I stopped eating gluten. I still be eating gluten sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but I do it very little, and that changed everything. My period went from every 6 months or so to every month, just letting go of gluten. Nobody tells you that gluten can actually affect your period and hormones, especially if you have an allergy to it. I noticed that I was having a lot of digestive issues. That's something that I'm still dealing with. I haven't been fasting like I'm supposed to, which I have to get back on. It's just hard. Fasting is hard. And I do a straight water fast for 7 days, water and tea. And sometimes if I have like popsicles, I will. I give myself a little leeway. Sometimes I have popsicles, sometimes I have Kool-Aid. I ain't even gonna front you. But it helps to clear out my bowels and get all the crap out. I also do Smooth Move tea by Herbal Essentials, Herbal something. Anyway, I do a Smooth Move tea. Google that. And I have it clear out all of my bowels, and that has helped to kickstart, I think, a lot of the weight loss. But I think the underrated thing is the emotional weight that I've dropped over the past 2 years. Coming to different realizations, accepting things about myself has enabled me. I feel like after dropping certain emotional weights, I found that I lost way more weight like in the months following, even though I had been doing all the workouts. And I still work out. I work out pretty much every day, but very minimally. They make you think that you have to do all these crazy workouts. When you really get a hold of your eating habits, you don't have to work out as hard. That's what I've learned. I have a bike, a stable bike in my house. I be on that for 5 minutes. Sometimes my whole workout is being on that bike for 5 minutes a day. And sometimes I get on the treadmill for like another 5 minutes. And lately I've been incorporating weights. Weights. I am the weight, okay? Incorporating weights, using my own weight. Because I do notice that as I've been losing weight, I have noticed that like my arms have gotten a little more, they're not looking too bad now. This is my regular arm. This is my short arm, so it's got more stuff going on. But this is looking really good because I was worried for a little bit. I was like, oh, that's hanging a little bit lower than what I wanted to. But I have been doing my push-ups. I've been doing my arm exercises with my 10-pound weights, and that helps to tighten up. I will say, they try to get us like on Ozempic and things like that. I've been offered similar things like that in the past, but that saggy look is something that I'm trying to avoid as much as possible. And the way I think to avoid that is to lose weight gradually so your body has time to really get in, to really snap itself back with time. But I am so proud of you, girl. I am 215 pounds. I don't think I even said that. 215. My goal is 200. So that means I am 50 pounds from 200. I made that goal at 235. What? I'm so proud of myself. Like, I feel like it really has been more a releasing of the emotional weight and pain that has come with the eating. I've noticed that a lot of my eating habits have come from just the stress and this deep feeling of emptiness in my spirit and in my heart, and a lot of preconceived things. I was talking to one of my friends yesterday. Is it yesterday? Yeah, today's Sunday. Well, I think it's like 1 a.m. right now. But Saturday, I was talking to one of my friends, and we were talking about, things that helps us both to get to where we need to go. And I was telling her, I'll be honest, I don't believe in anything anymore. I don't trust anything. And I don't say that to be bitter. I say that because I feel like we have been given this book of life in different religions, like in Christianity and Islam and spirituality and all of that shit. And I feel like I have followed a lot of those beliefs over my life, and they never have changed anything. If I'm just being completely honest, on the inside of me, like the deep core stuff, they've helped me get to this point, but they've never actually helped change anything. And so I'm in a point where I feel like everything has led me to this space where I have been, in a way, forced to believe in myself. It's like I want to believe in myself, but I feel like there's that part of me that has felt like that hole that I've been trying to fill with food and all these different things is the part of me that has wanted and desired me all this time. Not money, not things, not a husband, not a house, not cars, not religion, none of that. Every time I go in with that part of myself, all it says is, I just want you. I just want you. And allowing myself to be free from all of these different belief systems, I feel like there's a lightness. Like I feel like I can touch myself for the first time. I feel like a lot of the belief systems have kept me from myself. All the things that, it says that we should be, and that we should want, and that we should act like, and we should present ourselves as. Those beliefs made me hate myself because I wasn't that. Like I said, it's another thing. Accepting autism, accepting my own autism. I realized that I take a lot of things really literally. I never would have guessed that. Like, I understand nuance, I understand, the way things can be, and the different, and that's also the people who describe people with autism is based on a reductive system anyway. So anyway, we're not even gonna go there. But I realize that I tend to take things very literally, like I should be this or I should be that. And because I'm not that, that means I'm no good. And that makes me want to cry because I believe that, I believe that for a long time, that because I'm not like this or I'm not like that, or I don't believe this or I don't function like that, then there's something wrong with me and I am something to be hated within myself, by myself. And I feel like for the first time, I'm able to release those things. One of the biggest things I was expressing to her was I released this idea of enemy or devil. And I've talked about this before, but I'm really understanding the nuances of that as well. To release the idea of an enemy is to make a decision to release self-hate. Because there's never been any enemy. There's never been any devil, ever. The only enemy or devil that I've ever found to be absolutely true were the ones inside of me. The things that we ignore, the things like, oh, I don't want to think about that negative thought. That negative thought comes in and I shift to something else. Why? If that negative thought is coming in, then it's trying to tell you something. I would hear all the time in my head, what's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with me? You're not good enough. You ain't shit. You ain't this, you ain't that. When I've gotten the ability to really ask, why are you doing this to me? Like, why are you being so mean to me? Like, what have I done to make you hate me? And it starts to talk back. It's like, well, because you aren't this and you aren't that and you don't believe this and you don't function like that and we don't have this and we don't have that. That's why I fucking hate you. And I'm like, but it made me start questioning, should I really be like those things? Should I really have those belief systems about myself? Because if those belief systems are the core source of why I hate myself, why the fuck do I believe them? I don't think we ask those questions. If this thing, me not believing that I should be, farther along, that I should be, smarter or faster or better or whatever by these standards, if I should be, demure and feminine and woman-like, and I should, honor God and worship God and all these things, and I don't feel that way, and those things are the core of why I'm mad at myself, then why the fuck do I still believe that shit? Because if I didn't, I would have nothing to be mad at. And so just sitting with those parts of myself that I have abused and beat up for so many years, I can feel that, not a little girl in me, but the innocence in me, so ravaged and so hurt. And I'm like, was asking those questions like, why does it seem like I just can't move forward? And I realized it's that innocence within me that has never had a say, has never been able to, been allowed to speak up, because I've rejected her. You're not good enough for this world. You're not good enough for me, so I don't want to hear it. But really letting her cry, letting her say what she wants to say, and letting me say what I want to say. I'm fucking mad. I'm pissed. I want certain things in my life if I'm going to be here, and I don't have them, and I'm pissed. And letting every part of me have a say in this conversation, and letting all of us cry. I feel like going through those processes have been the main reason why I've been able to release the weight. Because it hasn't been losing weight, it's really been a releasing of weight. And I want to continue to release more weight. Like I said, my goal is 200. At 200, we could either stay there, or I don't really want to go below 175. I feel like I look the best at that weight, but I don't. 150, I might look a little. I don't know. I like being thick. I like thicky. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't want to be skinny, because 150 is skinny for my body type. For other people, that would be, because I have a very muscular body type. If I was to be a bodybuilder, I would look exactly like those super bodybuilder women with all the huge muscles. My body would look like a man, because my body is like my father. If I'm just being real, I would look like a man if I really was lifting. And I don't want that. I don't want to look like a muscle mommy. I'm not trying to be a muscle mommy. I'm just trying to be a regular one. But anyway, I'm rambling. But I am in a place where the only thing I believe in right now is myself. I don't really trust shit right now. I don't trust nothing nobody say. I don't trust this chair I'm sitting on. It might collapse any minute. My greatest goal is to trust myself more, because I know that when I trust myself more, the whole world could fall apart. But I know that there's strength here in me, and that's the only strength that I crave right now. So here's to 50 pounds, 50 pounds of heavy emotional weight, 50 pounds of self-hate, self-loathing, self-victimizing, 50 pounds of self-deprecation and sadness and anger and grief. The grief, that's a whole nother video. The grief is a whole other realm within itself. I am still in grief, if I'm just being completely honest. I have been grieving every part of me that I thought I was or could have been or should have been. I'm grieving all of the sadness that has rested within me for years, that I've been trying to bury with food. And here's to the grief as well, because grief is a friend. It helps to release all of the tension in the body that has nowhere else to go but through grief. I'll probably do another video about grief. I don't feel like I'm ready to because I'm still in it. But grieving the body that I had, because that was a safety blanket for me. You know, it kept me protected. It kept men away from me. Well, that's not true. That's not true at all. It kept unnecessary men away from me. I will say that much. I definitely realized there are a lot of men who fetishize big women, and not even the men who didn't fetishize. There's still a lot of men who really love big women. Like, baby, that ain't stopped shit. Ain't never stopped a motherfucking thing. But anyway, niggas. But it kept unnecessary eyes off of me. I will say that. And it kept me hidden. And to be honest, I miss it. If I'm just being completely honest, even though I'm still hidden, I know that as I release weight, that opens up room for more attention that I don't want. You know, if there's any attention that I would want, is attention from people who admire me for who I am, for what I have to say, for the energy that I bring to the world, but not for looks. Not unless it's a really fine ass man with a lot of money that want me. Like, that want to pay me, you know, $1 million a year salary for existing. You could come on through and just pay me the money, because you ain't gonna get shit else. But yeah, unless you that, a few of you are that just want to come through and run these bills. Come through. But all the rest of you motherfuckers stay away from me. But anyway, yes. So here's the 50 pounds released, and maybe another, I don't know about another 50, maybe another 40, who knows. But anyway, thank y'all for listening. Love y'all.